What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live. I'm finishing up another video and using the restroom, to be honest, also. So now I'm over here as well, coming up with some more realizations as we start our day. And I guess the biggest thing is just, in times like these when we're alone, like, sometimes it's super dope for us to really reflect, about like what really matters in life. I know I get deep on these, messages or whatnot, but it's some truthful stuff because it's like these times have to happen for a reason. There has to be some type of higher purpose or whatever going on. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, I don't know. I don't know at all. It's just there has to be some type of higher purpose for periods of time where we're alone, you know, and yet our life is transformed. You know what I mean? Like, don't be scared of it, is I guess what I'm saying. Embrace it, feel it, process it. And I guess for me, it's I really just have been noticing what truly matters in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, truly what I see for it, what I envision, and just like healing parts of myself when I speak about it, because it's like on YouTube is dope because, it's quality content, what I'm saying? It's content with real people who actually make a living and even just, they even may have their living outside of YouTube, they just share on YouTube and they're getting a good audience from that. But like, it's just dope because you're able to see, just real life people, doing whatever, from anywhere from silly pranks to, people traveling to, people just vlogging or cooking food, vegan food, whatever. Like, this a very vast database. Y'all look, it's been a while since I looked at one of those top viewed videos. But usually it's always like, I don't know. I remember like the last time I looked, it was like a Justin Bieber video, and it has like many billions of views on it. Like, I don't know what's the top watched video. Y'all probably already know that, whatever. But you know what I mean. Like, it's a massive amount of views on the videos, and like, that just shows that it's a lot of people watching. Some people watching several times, and also it's just a lot of people, But like, you start to really dial that down and focus on what truly matters, And like, also at the same time, when you get away from the distraction, like the celebrity stuff, like the super viral stuff, all the drama, whatever, like, then you start tuning in with real people who actually have maybe a decent amount of followers, a decent following, some type of spiritual embodiment that you have a connection to, common interests such as vegan living, like meditation, all that stuff. Like, that that draws people closer, it connects people in a way. And like, you know, we just the biggest thing, like I was saying, that I realized that, it's not bought, that we don't buy from a shop. And one of our own unique, you know, desires and these small things we're grateful for is just like true real love. True real love, such as a significant other, being there, staying faithful, staying loyal, staying honest, staying truthful, and staying there through thick and thin, throughout sickness and death. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get all religious on y'all, but for real though, I'm speaking my own truth. I'm talking about your ride or die. That one that really, really cracked you open. To see who you truly are. Them, as well as a child, well as just your freedom to just share on a message, a video message on YouTube, and still, you know, be all right. You know what I'm saying? Make some people turn into a living. Some people do a lot, with it. But just that simple stuff is such as freedom to just be ourselves and to be surrendering and accepting of this unique divine purpose ordained by the universe, by God, and it may be unorthodox and outside of the matrix, and at the same time, still, the people inside the matrix still benefit from our guidance, our information, and you know they're not judgmental towards it, and honestly, they're accepting of it because it's kind of like we do our thing, y'all do your thing. It's nothing, no big deal here. You know what I'm saying? There's no love lost here. So I guess that's a realization I started to realize, especially in my Whole Foods video I did last night in the parking lot, because I started to realize that, okay, wow, for the first time I'm really starting to embody peace within myself, so I'm able to see that in real life, because leading up to now, we're having all these traumatic experiences, programs, TV shows, movies, silly stuff in school, in these books, all this stuff keeping us in bondage, literally sending people to get, just confused, you know what I'm saying? And I guess it's a natural process. We gotta wake up to it. But I realized within myself, I'm like, wow, I'm at peace, and then they can be at peace. It's like if you see the universal oneness, you know what I'm saying, of maybe myself, and then I'm in line with, you know, a person who's like a corporate executive, or a person who works, you know, in a corporate office somewhere or whatever, you know, and also with maybe someone who is like a counselor, for children, a soulful counselor, different big contrast, but still at the same time, it's still like a peace within us, and like the fact that we're able to share content on YouTube peacefully and freely, it shows that like we actually are real people going through real experiences out in the world. We're not just behind the screen all day. We're actually in real life, interacting, engaging, and carrying ourselves through the world and whatnot. And like, it's not just chatting on no messenger or whatever on social media. It's actually going out in real life about your life, handling your own responsibilities, your own bills, your own problems, all this stuff. And then, whenever you're able to share some information on YouTube, it's cool because, you see the realness for what it is. You see the realness for what it is because it's people speaking what they actually going through with their real eyes. You know what I'm saying? They're not copying nobody else's story. They're not making up a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually being truthful to who they are. While the planes fly over us real loud, there will come a time that we will be boarding first class on a plane flight on some magical dream stuff. And I may not be returning back to this current location anytime soon. And that's just vacation, it's just holiday. The holiday that we all deserve, to be honest. We just have to continue that work within us, to be worthy of these holidays and this type of living. Because, of course, I desire it, and I gotta keep picking myself up, to show that I'm worthy for it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole harmonious act of simple things, but like, really it's just having that connection to ourselves. You know what I mean? Having that connection to ourselves. So, and having a higher purpose, a higher faith, a higher, calling out there, something very deep, out there, connecting with your heart, with your soul, your spirit, and whatnot, your why. You know what I'm saying? They always say, what's your why? Your why, your true, unique why. You know what I mean? And like, that's what I've been developing inside me, because there's a lot of ways to go, and I'm just going my way, like my heart's way, because everybody has different stuff. Everybody's watching different stuff. People watching my videos, other people's videos, all types of stuff. You know what I mean? And like, I'm just really getting that peace within myself, to breathe. Because of course things ain't always perfect, but that's why I'm doing the small things like working out, eating healthy, meditating, and just connecting, network marketing. You know what I'm saying? And like picking up the pieces. I'm healing, literally. And like I'm getting myself ready for that real stuff. For real, for real. I have a few training lessons, I call it. You know what I mean? A few training rounds, of love. But to be 100% real with y'all, coming from a real guy, I'm building myself up so I can really be ready, to be in that real love, that 100% love, that perfect fit love, like better than a fairy tale, because it'll be real, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing, what I can do, just keep making sure I'm all right so I can be ready for it, to be ready for it, and that's our responsibility as a collective whole to become ready for it, so we can lead the way, be pioneers. We don't gotta be leaders, this or that, but it's like a big stage. The whole earth is a big stage. And like the more and more we've tapped into ourselves, it's the more and more we're able to generate our own energy frequency, strongly, with our own voice, because for so long we've been looking at the TV, the politics, the news, these, just that, religion and stuff like that, seeing other people on stage. Guess what? We have that same capacity to do the same, just our own way, like that's Earth is about. It's like a big school of learning, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's dope to see the contrast amongst people, but I'm digging deeper into who I am, and I have knowledge of self, and I'm developing increased amounts of knowledge of self every day, learning, but just at least the simple things I'm realizing, and like that's what I'm doing, because it's an inward journey. You got to be real with your own self, how you're feeling, and that matches up with your life, and with your true, deep-hearted desires, ambitions, dreams, goals, things are real close to your heart. Like no cap, no laughing, no making fun, no joking around, no bullying, none of that stuff, no harassment, but actual like real stuff. Y'all ever been around some people, or connecting with some people on social media, watching people on social media where, your heart is just flowing, you know what I'm saying? And like, if you're not here having these heavy stops amongst the videos, amongst the content where, there's drama or some just extreme harmful negativity or, just a lot of lower nature bad vibes. You know what I mean? Like where finally all of that goes out the window and you're able to finally like start letting go of that and forgetting about that and seeing, that I guess real recognize real and that you're living a new life and seeing things with new eyes. So, you're not plugged into like that matrix type of stuff, about whatever, world star fights, just police brutality, drama, news stuff, just all this heavy bags of energy that doesn't serve us at all. Like that doesn't exist in my reality at all. Like for real. I'll be a bold man to say it as it is. But guess what? I'm walking through a church area with a dog. Guess what? I'm getting tons of compliments from strangers, at the church. Different colors, different creeds, different nationalities. I got the police out here, like encouraging me, you know what I'm saying? And I did say the police, the same people that everybody want to complain about, that we all have complained about, they still people like us, that we all got a role to play, you know what I'm saying? It's just, are you going to be in alignment or out of alignment? That's what determines your destiny, your future, how the ride will be, you know what I'm saying? That's literally what I've been able to understand like that. And I'm grateful to have to be honest, have learned a lot of this real stuff from a real woman. You know what I mean? Like for real, about just letting go of the hate. But like I'm saying, I'm walking through just a church area with the dog, with the client, and I'm getting a whole bunch of love from. I'm getting, you know, some of the people that's working at the church out there directing traffic. I'm getting like compliments from them about the dog and myself, and sparking up some conversations, getting some clientele going, you know. I'm speaking with another girl, lady, her and her connection, her and her companion, spouse, whatever. And there probably was another couple. It was probably about, it was a decent amount of people, within a few seconds, just back to back to back, like synchronicity. As I was walking through the parking lot, I was there, like us and the dog, we stand out, you know what I'm saying? Like we were just a magnet of attraction for them. It just happened so synchronistically, so amazingly, like the ego just dissolved and it felt so different because, like, yeah, maybe I don't go to church, I'm not super religious or anything like that, but at the same time, I was able to still be respectful and see things with non-judgment, and I wasn't even overthinking or thinking about religion or anything like that. Like it was just a quality, present moment, real life interaction. About what was going on there, about the conversation, about focus of what's going on here and now. You know what I mean? I guess that's a sign of mental health and wellness is improving within us. To be real, because it shocked me. Because it's been a while since I've connected with some people, you know, of different resonances for a while. Like where actually I put a smile on their face. You know what I'm saying? Well, I genuinely, to be honest, consistently all throughout my life, I always been a guy to make people's day, especially old people, but all types of people. All throughout my life, especially all up to now, I always, I'm very consistent with, being able to at least, if it's not like 24/7 every second of the day, at least get daily some sort of connection in real life, where I'm putting a smile on someone's face and thank you, just a conversation where I'm getting deep, not even deep, but just a quality connection, and I get it. I'm young, I understand, but I'm just saying at least I, I feel great whenever I do have that feeling. So that means like I'm aware of it so I can continue to do so, to continue to be in that position, to embrace it fully within myself so I can live with that purposeful living, live with, knowing that I'm actually helping humanity by helping myself and just living my own life by taking care of myself. And at the same time, I'm fully honest and transparent and of service to assist the world. You know what I'm saying? With what I have to give, all I have to give. What I have is what I have. This amount that I have, energy, whatever you want to call it, is what I have. And I'm grateful for people who accept it now, at this present moment, at this young age, at these early stages of life. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? For real. And like I'm able to see life in a whole new way of being able to breathe, and move forward. Because a lot of the stuff that a lot of us are struggling with or overcoming or healing from, a lot of it is just overcoming trauma and bad experiences and sickness, just like from silly stuff. And then I noticed whenever I started going vegan, things really started to slow down in a good way though, for reasons. Health reasons and just everything. You start to see everything else connect. And then it's like you have nobody else to blame but yourself. If you're gonna start like going real long into complaining and negativity. And I'm no saint. I have a track record of that, you know what I'm saying? But at least I can recognize that and come out of that, you know? It's part of the process, I guess, because it's a big shedding process of layers, So some deep stuff. I'm just grateful to be free, to be becoming more peaceful and more in love with myself. It's a long journey, for real. long learning journey, a long way to go. For real, it's just as simple. Like God, the universe, you know, creator, whoever the almighty highest being up out that, you know, brought all of us, all of this here. Thank you. And if, you know, shout out to Ray J. But if I had one wish, you know, sometimes it be like that. Like when you really start, you're alone, and maybe you really start realizing what truly matters in life, and what really means has something of significance outside of the matrix, outside of tuning into celebrities, outside of tuning into the TV and all this external distractions. When you finally are able just to block out everything, you know, you don't have to literally block everybody. But I'm talking about when you just can breathe, you know, just get time just to sit and breathe, you know, in nature or wherever, just by some trees like I do. That's how I meditate. Just breathing, literally sitting down on the steps, breathing, next to the trees, breathing, out at the dog park with the dogs, breathing, out at the pool, breathing, you know, walking, breathing. You know what I'm saying? Times like that, you're actually seeing what's in front of us. Nature, real life, nature, trees, and it shows us how calm we're actually supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Nature ain't thinking a whole lot. Dogs, that's why I love this whole animals experience, because dogs, they're not thinking, you know, they're being. You know what I'm saying? You really think a dog is worried about, I wonder what we're gonna have for lunch today. Oh, and I wonder how we're gonna make it, and when, and where, and this and that. No, they're not. They're just being. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to even describe something not a dog, but you know what I mean. You know. So like that's what I'm realizing. It's some deep stuff. Sometimes it's unexplainable, but it will connect with the right people for real. Just, you know, like to be honest, I'm just righting my wrongs, and like anybody who I've ever, I guess, fallen out with, or maybe talked smack to, or maybe had some a clash or some bad vibes, or this or that, or I said something, you know, maybe impolite, or done something impolite, or done some just. I've failed so many times. If I had $1 for how many times I failed, man, I'll be out there swimming. Me and Bill Gates gonna be swimming in a pool of dollar bills. For real. I done failed a lot of times. You know, I can only just have a faith though that that was necessary for us to really manifest and live beyond our wildest dreams and imagination, you know. And, you know, I'm only going forward. And as I was saying earlier about for any times that I've done wrong, like messed up on any level to any person, you know, love life, family, friends, strangers, you know, associates, all levels, you know, all of my crap, all of my problems, all my drama, all my BS, all of my just all of the stuff that I've done that's really weighed down or been out of character within my spirit, within our spirit, you know, I'm truly sorry because I wasn't myself, to be honest. And I will always apologize whenever I'm out of character and I'm not myself, for real. You know, and like I mean that. I know like maybe stuff has already happened, this or that, but like I'm sorry. You know, and those of you who are real and can actually resonate with the message, and in the rare case, the rare few people that actually, you know, close to me, maybe y'all actually watching, or people maybe who come along my path, this applies to you, and vice versa. Also, like if it's, you know, when it's real, it's reciprocal. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, like I mean it though. For real. Like, I am actually sorry, and I know I'm showing by actions or whatnot, by correcting my ways, improving myself or whatnot. But for real, you know, sometimes it takes time alone to really develop a new perspective. You know, of course you're like, oh, okay, I don't need anyone. You know, I'm alone, this and that. But at the same time, you got to be real with yourself. You got to be real with yourself. You know, about how you gonna move forward with it. You know, some deep stuff. But I just I truly am sorry. I truly am sending out peaceful, good, loving vibes, real vibes, and that's it. Like I'm surrendered up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm surrendered up to this free peace and freedom. Like I wrote it down on a sheet of paper too, and I'll keep writing down. I'll keep it up by the mirror in the bathroom. Peace and freedom and love. Peace, freedom, and love is like some of the top quality traits, you know, of life that we can really value. Peace, freedom, and love. Peace to where we're not dealing with hate and critics and drama and stuff like that. Freedom to where we're just, unlocked. You know what I'm saying? We're able to just express ourselves 100%. The freedom just to walk outside, to go meditate in the sunshine or whatever, walking our dogs, recording a YouTube video, and not be judged by it, and not caring about if we're being judged or what people think, but just freedom to be able to do that. Maybe when people are doing something completely different or whatever, that doesn't matter. And just love such as love within ourselves, love for, really getting ourselves right, to be united with our true one that us deep folks truly know that we're worthy of, to, bring new life into this world, a new literal creation, a new son, a newborn, new daughter, something. Love with that, love within ourselves first, love with our family, you know what I'm saying? Love with, the dope people, the few small little circle that we have, our friends and family, and even connections such as mentors and coaches and messengers, whatever, those blessings too. It's all connected, you know what I'm saying? Just in different ways, so I'm sending out that message about the peace, freedom, and love for real. Like, I'm righting my wrongs. I'm no saint. I'm not perfect, for real. And I'm overcoming a lot. That's all I'm saying, because I've had some very extremely dark, 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 dark moments, experiences, times, days, and nights in my life. Both recent and not recent, like both. And honestly, recently it isn't even that bad, to be real. Not as recent. Some recent within the last, probably this initial stages of this awakening process within the last 2 years. There have been some because I've been alone, and the body is going through dramatic changes, literally, So I've had those dark moments of what's going on, what's going to happen. I'm scared, this and that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had those moments where I'm just like scared in a way, but I've learned to overcome that and not be scared. You know what I mean? Because it's like, are you gonna really live scared all of your life? You really plan on having children and you scared around them? My father ain't scared. The real people, and my mother ain't scared too. The real people, their parents ain't scared. They real. They living out of love. That's what makes us different from the bunch. That's what makes us the chosen ones. That's what makes us the select few. You ever notice your difference amongst the masses? You ever try to connect some of the dots of how you wound up being friends with these certain people and not other people? You ever wonder your little talents and gifts that you've seen throughout your life that's, is supported by a certain crowd, a certain audience, and not by another audience? You ever wonder why sometimes you just don't feel the vibes or the need to go to certain parties or certain surroundings or this or that? It's the vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's the vibes. Like, what's meant to be will be. I know that's super cliche, but I'm a firm and developing learner and standing supporter of this, because it's like what's meant to be like naturally comes to us, or a stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some deep stuff, but like, it's true though. There's so much out there. there's so much, with these phones, there's so many different tabs and browsers and screens and apps and a pool of billions of people accessible to us. But what really stands out are those real connections. Our mom, our dad, family members, a loved one, obviously children, and close friends and meaningful mentors and messengers and guides. They stand out the most, out of the masses of people that are just worried about ordinary, normal, basic stuff, you know, 3D matrix stuff. But like, that's what I'm saying, what's real lasts. People who've been there when you were at your lowest moments and they helped you out. And maybe y'all have a little bit of space from each other because y'all been working on ourselves and whatnot, but y'all still found a way to communicate. And it's like nothing even happened. Like y'all ain't even been away from each other, with your bros, with your sisters, your homies, your girls, for both sides, men and women, you know what I mean? And it's a dope feeling because it's like that whole feeling of realness, oneness, you know what I'm saying? And like, you start to let go of thoughts, people and places and things that don't serve you, you know what I mean? Like the news, it don't serve you. Drama, all that stuff, it don't serve us at all. It's a big setup and it's a big thief of our own joy and imagination, literally, because it's like you can be using that to just enjoying your own present moment. Just enjoying walking into a Whole Foods, having a smoothie, a green smoothie, uploading a YouTube video, maybe chatting up a conversation with someone, maybe listening to music, whatever, research, whatever, but not worried about silly stuff that don't serve you, negative stuff that's gonna bring down your day or whatever, your spirits, giving you all types of worry. No. What sense does that make? We deserve peace, freedom, and love, And there's even deep depth behind that too, behind love. Love is a powerful concept. It's simple and at the same time it's a lot of work and commitment and discipline. And it's a big bundle. It's a big package. We gotta be worthy and prepared for it, obviously, you know. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live